Hello, one and all. It is total Spotfest time. Awesome show for you. We have AEW Dynamite review. It's finally going back to Wednesday, folks. We have a happy couple. We have big news on a contest we have for our local show, Journey Pro, and much more. This is Total Spotfest.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome, one and all. Welcome to or welcome back to Total Spot Fest. I am JJ Brownlee. He is Jamie Faulkner. We are back in our somewhat regular pattern. Almost. We do want to thank you guys.
1 week away.
We're so close. We were right there. Just days away. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. This is Total Spot Fest. If it's your first time checking us out, welcome. Hello. On YouTube, you can give us a comment down below if you want to get into the action. Do like, subscribe, all the things. It really helps us. We do appreciate it. If you do want to holler at us outside of the YouTube or elsewhere, you can get us up at Total Spot Fest on Twitter. I am available at JMoney1536. Jamie is at JFaulkner56. That's how you do it. That's how we're gonna do it. I'm just rambling now, so let's just do it.
You are.
I don't know. I thought I had somewhere to go with that. I really didn't. I just was
No.
nah, boom. So all right, we got AEW Saturday Night AEW. I don't know. You and I are of the generation. We grew up with Saturday Night Wrestling, Jamie. So I'm always like Saturday Night Wrestling. It's
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it called back to when I was 10 to 13, enjoying Saturday Night Main Event.
Absolutely
it called back to that for sure. It felt good.
It did. So it felt better. It felt better than the Friday night, even though the show was kind of similar, but it felt better.
Yeah.
So it was good. So let's get right to it. We got a couple little news bits we want to talk about before we're going to get into. We're going to talk about AEW, talk about Impact. We have some Journey Pro things that are coming up here momentarily, but do you have numbers from last week by chance?
I do not have AEW. At the time of us recording this, AEW's numbers are not out.
No overnights or anything.
No overnights, nothing. Like
interesting.
Like the barren desert.
Okay.
Yeah. So Raw is down. Shocker.
Is it?
Not much,
is it
though.
though?
Yeah. So they were at 1.742 the previous week. This week they're at 1.719 million. So not a dramatic drop, but still the mighty have fallen.
Wow.
Then we already talked about NXT last week, but just to recap, they were 665 from 695. That's a big drop. Their lowest since moving to Tuesdays. But then SmackDown, consecutive weeks under 2 million.
Wow.
They are at 1.971, which is up from their 9.28, but not much.
And it's
still under 2 million.
That's funny because this past Friday, I didn't watch it, but I read that it was Edge's return, right?
Yeah.
And they did dick nothing with it. It's like
Oh, he attacked Roman Reigns. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
He's gonna get that one-on-one match he never got. Oh, yeah.
Who cares? Yeah.
No one cares.
We don't care for sure. That is the moral of the story.
I'm sorry, WWE's product right now, like
So bad.
Roman Reigns is the best thing they got going for him right now, and it's starting to get bland because it's the only thing they got.
Yeah,
you gotta spice up
anybody good. They
somewhere
just, we loved Lashley, but they blew up the Hurt Business, and now that's stale as shit. I'm sick of seeing Lashley versus McIntyre. Even though you see it, it's great, and then you see it again, and it's like see it 45 times. I mean, New Day, they're buried, unfortunately somehow. Yeah. I don't know how. Big E, all the good stuff they just don't have anywhere to be had. So anyway, we're not bitching about that. More numbers.
Well, and their thing on the internet just took a big hit too, which we'll need to get into here shortly. But Impact actually was technically up.
Yay!
Even though the numbers are 111 to 111, the initial reporting that we had was 110, so we're going to call it an up.
It was rounded up, so they're up.
1,000 people
hey,
thereabouts.
Up, it's not down. Up is up, so...
Yes, very, very true. So unlike WWE products, they are, doing something. AEW, I assume AEW is going to be up from their Friday night fiascos, just because it is Saturday night, and it was a hell of a show. It really was.
It was on a better time. It was on at 8/7 Central. They didn't have NHL. There was one basketball game, I believe, on Saturday, but they didn't have all the competition, so it's a little bit better, right?
Mm-hmm. It was good. I mean, it was a good show, and they had, I would be remiss if I thought that they were going to be below 800. Honestly, like that's kind of where I'm. That's my goal. Anywhere between 7 to 8.
What was it last?
Honey hole.
The Friday before they got what, like 6 something?
Yeah, the Friday before. If I look at my numbers on my handy dandy notebook, because I'm old school. It was 552.
550. Okay, but that was up because they were like
552.
4 something the week before. So
462. Yeah,
I think 700 for sure.
Yeah, it was a great show. Like, yeah, it's gotta be, man. It's gotta be.
I would hope so. So, well, that's good. That's good. Well, one thing WWE is can definitely do to try and improve their numbers, which they continue to do, is release number 3 of Talent that happened this past Friday. So, we already heard about. Yeah, I know. We already heard about Samoa Joe, and he's back. But Samoa Joe and his class. It's now in classes of releases. That's pathetic.
Yeah.
And then the Iconics, and then you had my girl Ruby, which by the way, hey Ruby, by the way, everybody knows I'm a big Ruby Riot fan. I'm actually now a big Ruby Soho fan. So for those of you not in the know, Ruby got her name from the Rancid song Ruby Soho, and she befriended Lars Fredrickson, one of the guitarists and singers from Rancid. He's a big wrestling fan. He has a podcast with a couple guys, right? Petey Williams is one of them. And on it, he offered flat out, I'll just give you Ruby Soho. We can give you the music too. Give me 10 minutes. I'll give you a group text. And so it is too good to pass up. So her Instagram and her Twitter are officially now Real Ruby Soho. I think it's freaking awesome.
It's awesome.
It's cool. So I'm going on a tangent there. So now we had more releases. And these are primarily NXT is what they were. Mm-hmm. But what we got are Ever Rise, which it's not surprising. Then you had Tony Nese, Arya Davari, Lone Star.
That sucks. He only had 2 matches and he was out. Gone.
Yeah, he did not. Yeah, he did not.
He got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt, and then that was it.
He did not get the fairest of shots. And there's some other people on here that I barely knew who they were, so I'm not gonna really get into it. They released the Bollywood Boys, which are the Singh brothers. Which, ironically, I did see something today about them getting big props because wrestlers get released and people from the WWE give them props. Hey, you gotta holler at these people. From Randy Orton. Randy Orton's like, and you know what? Here's the thing: is like those 2 guys, they were always in the jobber role, the jobberst of jobber role, just a mockery of Indian culture role sort of thing. I think go to Impact, team up with Rohit Raju and Shera. They could be there. Because Rohit Raju's got this whole Desi Hitman moniker besides the Mocha Skin Manimal, which is the best nickname ever. He also goes the Desi Hitman, and he could have his own Desi Hit Squad. Because he's got the big Shera and the couple. Anyway, so. That was cool. That was cool to see that. And then the big names we got released. So we have Killian Dane, which
there's one member of Sanity left.
And
now.
it's Nikki Cross, who's now a superhero. Apparently, it was her idea, but still, poor Sanity. It's just all wiped out. And then Fandango, and the one that really surprised me, Tyler Breeze. They released Breezango.
Yeah, Breezango's gone. That hurt. I'm sorry. Like
it did.
At first, I hated Fandango when he first came out, but then he got so over with the everybody doing the dance.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And and then Tyler Breeze, I always liked Tyler Breeze, and when they teamed up and then they brought us the files from the fashion police.
Files. Oh,
yeah, the fashion files. Oh my god,
what is H?
Like,
Day one is H. We need to know what H is.
yeah.
Oh, so and it's weird, and I made this talk before because I don't know if it was an interview or what it was, but Tyler Breeze was answering some questions, either to somebody online or whatever. I saw a transcript of it on Twitter, some notes. And, he said, for one, this is a very, very, very poignant statement, for what he said, first of all. He said, I lasted 11 years with this company. The average is about 3 to 4 years. So I am extremely blessed. I'm very happy. He was very humble and gracious, which is, more power to you, right? He's not wrong when you think about it, This business, lasting over a decade in a single company, that's actually not common. So, but then he was asked about, is he looking to keep wrestling? And he said, honestly, I don't know. He has a wrestling school. He has other things that he does. He's a big gamer as well. He's still actually featured on the header for Up, Up, Down, Down, which I found interesting. They actually had a video that released today with him in it. So it could be a Jessamine Duke-esque thing where maybe he continues to work kind of on some of those things, but who knows? But that was one really surprised me. Killian Dane kind of surprised me a little bit too. I was just like,
Yeah, well, when I saw his name, I'm like, oh shit, Drake Maverick's getting it twice now.
Yeah. How about that kick in the balls? Drake Maverick pours his heart out, gets his job back, and then finally gets into this little feud here after getting away from the 24/7 bullshit. And this is actually good. And then now Killian's gone. It's like, well, sorry, Drake, you're just what you gonna do? So 205 Live is pretty much done for, is the moral of the story.
It is deceased. Like, it was already deceased before that. I bet not even 100. I bet not even 10,000 people watch that show.
Oh, I doubt. Tony Nisa was saying about the match they did on there. Like, they had a match at one of the WrestleMania like pre-show things, and then they wanted to do a different sort of match. They did on 205 Live. And he says, we just did whatever we wanted to because nobody internally watches 205 Live. I'm like, that's a vote of confidence from the inside. So anyway, cost-cutting measures going on. Nick Khan, there's a bunch of things he said. He didn't, whatever. It is what it is.
It smells like a cell, man. It smells like a cell.
Probably. So with that, we're gonna shift over to talk about some other wrestling. I did have a couple little bits I did want to talk about real fast. Did you have any other news you want to get to before we do Journey Pro?
No, I want to get in Journey Pro. That's all I really want to talk about.
Cool. I'm with you there. So I want to talk about AAA before we get to Journey Pro. So
okay. Yeah.
AAA, Mexico's top promotion, everybody knows, already has the Kenny Omega versus Andrade El Idolo main event. It's going to be so good for the AAA Mega World Champion, Mega title. Whatever. It's like stupid long, right?
Yeah.
They have other matches announced, and they just announced a little bit more with some AEW flair to it. So also it's been announced has been Psycho Clown versus Rey Escorpion. Or Escorpion, I'm terrible at pronouncing stuff. It's a mask versus hair match. Oh, Mexicans with the Mexican lucha libre culture with the mask, it gets serious as shit. So there's that.
Yeah.
There is another champion versus champions match. It is with the AAA female champion Fabi Apache versus Impact Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo. Both titles on the line.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be very interesting. And what's the part that I got here is that the AAA tag team champions are currently Lucha Brothers, Phoenix and Penta. And if you've known, Phoenix has been out. He's been injured. Well, we have a little bit of an idea about how injured because it was announced today that they're going to be part of the Triple Mania. So they'll be putting up their tag team titles in a triple threat match against Hijo del Vikingo with Laredo Kid, who Laredo Kid you should be familiar with if you watch AEW, versus Impact Wrestling and Decay's own Black Taurus and a partner of his choosing. Because his former partner is, somewhere else, whatever. So, yeah,
Interesting.
Well, Black
feels like
Taurus was originally from AAA.
yeah. So that feels like somebody's gonna come back and they're gonna take it, which would be kind of sad because I love the Lucha Bros.
I do too. You never know, though. You never know. So.
Who could it be?
I don't know.
Chavo? like a semi-big name. They probably get like a semi-big name. And Chavo's still around and Chavo's still going.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. We have to stew on that one. That
it could be Brian Cage. Cage has wrestled in AAA before. That would be amazing. Daga?
Josh Alexander. Daga or Josh Alexander, maybe? No. They don't like each other.
No, they don't. It's hard to tell.
Man.
It's hard to tell. I mean, like I said, it's a partner of his choosing. It's kind of up in the air. It's also going to be. They also announced today that they're hoping for a 25% capacity.
Kalisto.
Ooh, that would be fucking awesome. I feel like it's going to be somebody. I mean, you've got Lucha Brothers, got Taurus is now in Impact. Laredo Kid we've seen up here. I feel like it's going to be somebody with American ties. I really do. So anyway,
yeah, and Kalisto would be a big one because he's fresh from WWE, and it'd just be a good move for him.
Now it's interesting. A couple things on this here. So this is August 14th is when it's going to be Saturday, August 14th. So they basically already spoiled that Slammiversary. Gianna Peraza's probably not dropping her title. Is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that sucks.
We'll see what happens. But they also are hoping for 25% capacity. It's an open air. Well, currently Mexico City is allowing for 25 capacity for indoor events up to 1,500 people. 25% of the arena where they're at, which is Arena Ciudad de Mexico, which is the Mexican arena, Mexico City arena, basically. Their capacity is around 20,000. So 25% would be about 5,000. And it says that it's possible that by mid-August they should allow 25% capacity down in indoor events. Mexico doesn't have the vaccination rates at all. They got hit a lot harder by COVID than we did. So we'll see what happens with that as well. But it's good, bodes well either way. That it's going to be a great show, and I definitely want to watch it because God, I love me. They have a 6-sided ring that's big. It's bigger than the old Impact 6-sided ring. If you've never watched any AAA, go on there and watch some AAA matches. Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers, Laredo Kid. You've seen these people and seen what they do together. That's the way the entire promotion is up JJ's wheelhouse. Flippy spinny shit. It's great.
Yes, it's
so
Canadian destroyers are going to be aplenty. Mm-hmm. We may see a lion tamer. I mean, there could be everything.
There could be a little bit of everything. So anyway, I had a little bit of news I just wanted to tell you because I saw that come across and I'm like, we gotta give some love to AAA because it is a great promotion, And I'll talk more about that later on. Promotions of things. I'm gonna talk about that later on. But let's talk about a local promotion for a second.
Yes. Let's talk a little Journey Pro. On our last show, we did announce that they have their first show since COVID happening July 30th, and tickets went on sale on Friday, June 25th. Mm-hmm. Well, Jamie was on the ball, and I'm lucky that I was on the ball. I think we all are at this point because Journey Pro sold out in 85 minutes.
They were trying, like for a second there, it looked like they were going to sell it 78 weeks later in 78 minutes. It was close.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But
so
it
there.
took 6 or 7 more minutes.
Yeah, they sold 50 tickets in the first minute, which I was a part of the 50. We were a part of the 50.
Yeah.
With our tickets, our 5 tickets, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Which we'll get into that at the end of everything. But yeah, so 78 weeks later is officially happened July 30th at Blip Roasters. That's a Friday night. We have 5 tickets. That's for you, me, the young boy, and 2 lucky listeners. Whoop whoop. Yes, we have a announcement for how you can win these tickets. It's actually be very easy. We'll do that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Just because we have so much to cover, and I really want to dedicate a good amount of time to that. So,
yeah.
but I do want to tell everybody the card. Yeah, let's talk about the card. So this is what's been announced.
Still not finalized, but yes.
Yeah,
Go.
So far, like we don't even have everybody yet because I feel like we're gonna have a couple more matches in this thing at least because usually they have around 6 to 8 matches. Yeah. So right now they have JJ Garrett going against Cole Raddick. JJ Garrett's great. He's the one who comes out to the I don't care, I love it. That guy cracks me up every time. He always wears a fanny pack and like, dude, he's great.
The announcer's favorite wrestler too. They better that's the same announcer guy better be the dude with the onesie jumpers and yes.
Yeah, the captain.
Oh, captain, my captain.
Oh, captain, my captain.
He's just his favorite wrestler. Anyway.
So then Christian Rose versus Hoodie last match Howlett.
Yes.
Yes. Christian Rose was supposed to leave. Like we were at his farewell.
Right.
Because he was going to go on to do, I think he was going on to the big leagues. I think he was either going NXT, Ring of Honor, or somewhere where he had to have like some kind of, contract with him.
No
more
indie work stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Then COVID happened and then kind of everything fell. But he's back. He's going at it. So we have Christian Rose. Yeah. It's really, really good
and
there.
Good old Hoodie Hallett, who you have to follow on Twitter. "Quote unquote" last match Hoodie. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, he's great. He got us really good that last show.
Oh my god, that was the best.
So then Mike Seidel, who we have seen on AEW a lot, even just this past Friday night, actually.
Saturday
night, sorry. Versus Everett Connors. So if you don't know who Everett Connors is, his Twitter game is on point because he sits in his car and he does like audition tapes for him acting as something else, and they're absolutely god awful on purpose, and they're the best damn thing I've ever seen. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing this guy.
His shtick is great. He has a face tattoo. It's terrible, and like this like greenish like pastel-y hair thing, and it's all part of his gimmick. It's fantastic.
It is. And then one of the future talents that I see going somewhere, and Kenny Alfonso. Oh, he's going against Devin Thomas. So we saw Devin Thomas one time.
We've seen him. He's good. Both of these guys are going to be something. They're both great.
Yeah, Kenny Alfonso is pretty damn good. Like
fucking good.
Athletic. He's small. He reminds me of
like Ricochet, small or smaller.
Smaller. He's like a dude in NXT that was going against Swerve Scott, like that small.
Oh, like Leon Ruff.
Leon Ruff. He's like that size.
He's got a little more muscles than Leon Ruff though.
Yeah, he's more muscular and defined, but
he's that stature. Yeah. Okay. Which I mean, that's not a bad measuring stick to be up against. Leon Ruff's great.
Yeah. Then they did announce a triple threat match. This is the preview for the SCI tournament that features the champ, Jeremy Wyatt, in a rare triple threat. Rare triple threat against the one called Manders and Graham Bell. I've never heard of either one of these.
I've heard of Manders. I've seen him. I've seen some of his stuff online before, but Graham Bell... and the way they like billing him, he's like this mysteriousness, right? This Graham Bell, so he's got the look. So I think that's great. I have no idea what to expect. Manders is good though. He's a bruiser.
Yeah. So this is the card.
And it's under. It's on like Pure Rules or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but If you scrolled, if whatever, Wyatt had tweeted about it that it's like I can't remember. We've seen some of these matches.
Yeah, with his matches, he always goes with these pure rules. So 3 rope breaks.
3 rope breaks, you get 20-second count out.
60-minute
time limit.
Yeah.
And there's some other things there. Yeah. So, and he's like, I've never lost one of these matches. And it's and according to Journey Pro's Twitter, it is champion's discretion if the title is on the line or not.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Could be. We don't know.
Yeah. All I know is I don't care. I'm stupid excited for this just because for the fact that Journey Pro is going to be live in Kansas City. And it's a sold-out show. You know that the crowd is going to be a ruckus, and 2 lucky listeners get to be along with us
with a free round,
with 1 free round, and we may make the young boy buy another. Well, depends on what kind of chance you're willing to do with us. That's what all matters.
So. Stick around to the end of today's podcast, definitely. So we will be giving you the instructions about what you got to do to win these tickets. And like I said, all you need to do is show up. So if you're from Kansas City, that's great. Friday night, West Bottoms, let's do it. If you're from close to Kansas City and you figure you want to try it, maybe come down for a night, hey, it's the perfect opportunity. All you have to do is get here. We will have your tickets. We will give you the hookup. We will give you recommendations if you want to know where the best barbecue is. We'll probably get into a fight over that.
Yeah, I already got him.
Yeah. So anyway, we will let you guys know here in a little bit about how you can win tickets to go watch a wrestling show with these 2 crazy bastards and the young boy.
I'm excited.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. And that's like half the card. There's no women's matches announced at all. There's more coming, and I
know Marty Bell's gonna be on there.
More than likely, yes. I'm expecting surprises though. I'm expecting some sort of surprise. Because remember when we got surprised by Kylie Ray because it was like
yeah, that was great. We lost our mind.
I think we're gonna have a swerve like that for the first time back. I figure that somebody that's in Ring of Honor or one of these newly released stars is available, or I don't know.
I hope it's somebody very nice and very evil.
Oh my God, yes. Well, that show is. I mean, the more and more I hear about that, I want to go to that because I heard Eddie. You told me Eddie Kingston's now booked on that show.
Eddie Kingston said he's going to that now. I think he might be replacing All Ego or something, but they show that he's going to be there.
That could be it. Still though, I want to see. We've seen Warhorse at Journey Pro several times. Yes. I would love to see Danhausen there too, but we'll see. More to come. I know if you're not following Journey Pro online, do it. You can do them on Facebook, on Twitter. Check them out. Okay. Jamie's had a long day, so let's move along. We're gonna get into. Let's do Impact real fast. So this last Thursday, another episode of Impact. I'll be honest with you, it was a pretty decent episode, but it was a lot of setup. I mean, they're doing a lot of setup for Slammiversary. This is the long, slow build for Slammiversary.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really a ton of like groundbreaking stuff that happened on here. Rosemary beat Kiera Hogan in a match where, Havoc came out to ringside and then they did a creepy sort of embrace afterwards. Right? They're obviously the next in line to challenge for the tag titles. I'm guessing they might even take them from Fire and Flavor at Slammiversary. Just saying. Havoc and Rosemary, I dig them together as a team. Sure, cool, do it.
So do I.
Susan then got obliterated by Deonna Purrazzo. So I think that we're getting close to Sue Young. I really do. I think so.
But it was the best though. The thing that then it was all over the internets. Let's professional wrestle. She just said just like that, lost my ever loving mind.
I mean, as much as I like Sue Young, I love the vocality of the Susan character because she's so talented as a performer, as an entertainer, she could sell it was great. It was good. It's good setting that up. Deonna Purrazzo is definitely doing the whole go it alone thing now. So then you had Rohit Raju and Shera versus Petey Williams and Trey Miguel. tons of build up for the Ultimate X match. Every week you're going to have some flavor of the 6 men plus the 2 enforcers that are associated with the other. It's going to keep going on. Rohit Raju share, they end up winning thanks to an assist by their gentleman agreement partners, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton, I guess we can call it that. Interesting thing is they interviewed Chris Bay earlier in the night, and it got interrupted by PD and Trey and a few others, and they're like, "You need to pick a side." It's like, hey, we all got to go up against them, and those 2 guys are going to be there, and they got a pact. Are you with them or are you against them? Because we are all in this, whether you like it or not. They're not going to skip over you just because you don't pick a side. And so, and he kind of came out like he was going to pick a side, and then he swerved and did like a selfie, So I think they're setting up something for a Chris Bay angle. I really do. I'm interested to see what it is. All these guys I like. This is by far my favorite part of Impact. Always has been X Division.
I'm an X Division guy too.
I love me Sami Callihan. I love me some Moose. But this right here is kind of like the wheelhouse, and I think it's the strongest part that they have. So
agreed.
They did set up a match for next week. It's going to be Team Callis versus Team Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer, by the way, is now the Anthem representative here to oversee Scott D'Amore, and it's it's one of those things, like he's the corporate guy that they have just to make sure, because Scott, he was buddies with Callis and want to make sure, so of course Callis goats him into doing a match, so it's going to be Omega and the Good Brothers. So Omega's going to wrestle again on Impact next week versus Tommy Dreamer's team. Now you think that would be Tommy Dreamer and 2 people, right? Well, that's not what Tommy Dreamer had in mind. He gets Sami Callihan.
Of course.
Sami agrees to it because it got interrupted by an interviewer, right? And he agrees to it right there in the spot. And then comes in Moose. He just grabs the mic, I'm in, and just walks off, right? And Sami goes, "Ooh, boy, do you want to tell him who his partner is?" His partner is the person who was recently announced as who he's going to face at Slammiversary, Chris Sabin. So,
oh Jesus,
yeah. So you have combustible shit going on here on that, which is I'm fine with it because I like them all. I like them all. Rachel Ellering then had a promo, which is trying to clear the air with Jordan Grace, and Jordan Grace comes out. And they almost get to blows. This whole Jordan snapping thing, it's real. They're really going on it. Jazz then comes out because she's the one who paired them together, right? And she tried to talk sense into them. And Jordan's like, I just need time to think. And she leaves them both in the ring by themselves. So they're setting up this fall is for real. And they're setting up Jordan to go completely snap, which I love. She has got so much range. Give me more Jordan Grace. Tennille Dashwood came out too, kind of got in the middle of it afterwards. And she's like, so they keep poking the bear with this here, so obviously to see where they go with that. Jake Something beat Sam Beal, and then the main event was Violent by Design defending the tag team titles against Eddie Edwards and Kojima. And I'll be honest with you, Eddie Edwards, to me, he's lost a step. He's not,
yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just when he was the Wolves, it was one thing. And I know that he had a good singles run there. I'm not trying to say the whole Sami Callihan baseball bat to the head thing slowed his career progression down, but he's been just a little bit of a different type of wrestler since then. And I don't know. I'm not making conspiracies, but it is what it is. And Kojima's old.
He is, but he's still Kojima.
It's cool. It's actually an entertaining match, but it was never really that good of a match. Let me put it that way. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I never had any doubt that Violent by Design was gonna not win. And they
it felt very WWE to you then.
In a way. It was entertaining because and so and of course they're pulling the Freebird ruse. So they had Joe Diener and the little guy. What's his name? No, it was Diener and Joe During is who it was.
Oh, Joe During.
Yeah,
okay.
So they had those two versus it was fine. It just, whatever. And I want to see Violent by Design. I want to see them get into whatever feud is going to be for Slammiversary because this just kind of felt whatever. And supposedly, I think next week they're having a number one contender, or they teased number one contender match where it's gonna be Rich Swann and Willie Mack versus TJP and Falaba. And I'm just thinking, you have Violent by Design, you have the Good Brothers, you have the K. Where's the rest of your tag? You don't have any. You have. It's you don't have like AEW's got tag teams galore, right? Like good tag teams, and Impact kind of really doesn't, So it's like I like to see them, develop or create. I mean, I don't know what Alex Shelley's doing, but I'd love to see the Motor City Machine Guns. I know they came back last year's Slammiversary for like a hot minute, but I don't know. I feel like Impact needs some tag teams. That's all I'm saying. So that was the show. That was the show. Like I said, it was a decently entertaining show, but it's a lot of setup, a lot of build. It's kind of the pattern they're in here. Slammiversary is coming up on the 17th, so.
So they gotta get moving and shaking on everything.
They
Super Bowl.
They do. They really only have 3 matches set up right now, so it's like,
they need to keep stepping.
Yeah. So that was Impact, and we're gonna give you guys more about Slammiversary as it comes closer. We're gonna do picks, and we're gonna watch it the whole 9 yards. So we'll keep you informed.
Yeah, Megan doesn't watch it, she'll probably just win because that's what she does.
I know.
Because we're the bitches of a 14-year-old girl.
I just want a belt. I want a belt, and I had a belt. Like I had my finger on it. I was like I could feel it, and then it's like I'm Edge in the TLC match, and then I'm like Hardy I'm like Jeff Hardy in the TLC match, and out of nowhere I get speared by Megan, and I don't have the belt anymore. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. Then I feel like Rock Cena too, and the Rock and I'm Cena, and Megan's the Rock, and she's beat the shit out of me clean.
Not even a doubt. Yeah. So.
So
all right. Well, that was Impact for the week here. Jamie, why don't you go ahead and give us a real rundown of Saturday Night Dynamite.
Saturday Night Dynamite. All right. So it was actually really good. It opened up with a real quick clip of Sammy Guevara getting ambushed by Shawn Spears, which I love the whole thing. Shawn mentions Sammy's match against MJF next week, and he wishes him good luck. I thought it was well done, very tasteful. So then they go into the first match. So technically, it's not a promo. That was just like a little video thing. So I'm gonna give it. I
don't count that as a promo. That's not. That's your. No. If it's before the title credits.
Yeah,
it's not a promo.
So it opens up with a banger alert.
It really was. It was banger. One of these competitors' best match, I want to say, that I have seen of them.
Yes, 100%. And it made me love the other one even more. So it was Powerhouse Hobbs versus Adam Hangman Page, baby. This match had
so good.
So much good shit in it. So lots of great moves, but the move of the entire match, because I'm a big move guy, was Adam Hangman Page was going to go for a buckshot lariat, and he does the flip over the rope, and then literally Adam gets picked up by Hobbs, and Hobbs does the nastiest spine buster I've seen in years.
It was Arn Anderson level spine buster, like Triple H in his like prime. It was so good. I mean, this is the best that Hobbs has looked.
Yes, it was
good on him.
Oh my God, so amazing. Then there was a point where Ricky Starks and Hook come out, but then here comes Brian Cage to confront Ricky Starks, and they start getting into it, and then Ricky Starks, of course, plays as his neck's hurt and runs off, which I thought was a great little moment. But it ends up with not a buckshot lariat, but yes, the Deadeye on Hobbs. 1, 2, 3, Adam Hangman Page.
He has been winning with the Deadeye a lot more recently.
I like it. I love that move.
It's a good move.
It's an underutilized move.
I like the idea of having more than one finisher. I always have. So, yeah, touche.
Yeah. So that was really good. After that, they did the Bucks and Cutler. They're dressed from the Sex Ferguson wardrobe as they talk down to Penta and Eddie Kingston ahead of the next week. It was great. It was some really just spot on heel shit. It was just like
and they have
heel stuff
follow through their Twitter profile, Matt. Yes, spot on.
Yes. So then after that, Tony Schiavone is in the ring with Tully Blanchard. Then they introduce Conan. Conan looks old.
He does look old, but he came out to the old LAX theme.
Yes.
And his voice isn't old because he spit fire on Tully Blanchard.
He's back to normal. One of the best things about the whole thing, because of course he's talking about Proud and Powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And but one of the best pieces was like, he's telling Tully he needs to brush up on his Spanish because
he said you might want to, I wrote it down. You might want to learn Spanish because in the future you might want to communicate with your grandkids.
Yeah, which is a total right out of
I'm just like, damn, he just said that. Like, that's so good.
So then after that, Proud and Powerful comes to the ring. So you think, but Tully's like, I got a surprise for you. He shows up on the big screen. Proud and Powerful was actually beaten up by FTR, and it's FTR right behind Conan. They take off their mask and all that stuff, and they beat him up.
Yeah.
So there's that again. They're setting up. They did do the spike pile driver. I do want to call that out. But they are definitely setting up Ortiz and Santana against FTR. Like, I love how they're doing these single matches of the Pinnacle again. Like, each
this makes more sense. This makes much more sense.
I like it. Yeah, because it really makes you invest into this rivalry instead of just being 6 versus 6. It's, each individualistic piece. I really like it. Excuse me. All right, so next we had Matt Sydal with Mike Sydal, who's going to be at Journey Pro Wrestling on July 30th, versus Dante Martin of Top Flight because his brother's still hurt. Well, before the match, Vicky Guerrero comes out with Andrade El Idolo. Excuse me. He walks out and they say they have a very huge announcement. And then that's when Matt Sydal's music comes on. Vicky looked very annoyed. Andrade looked really perturbed, and they just walked off like nothing happened. Like, it was really weird. I was expecting something.
It's a swerve.
There.
I think they're fishing. They're baiting the hook out.
Oh yeah. So there's something there. Good match. I thought Dante Martin actually looked pretty decent, and there's some high flyer shit. There's a Meteor in there, whatever.
It was a very entertaining match to watch, honest to God.
Yeah, it was good. Sydal wins. After that, they go to Jungle Boy getting the best mom speech of all time. It's like the Go Get 'em Tiger from Christian Cage. Christian's like, you shouldn't just be happy with this. You should be pissed and blah blah blah. Like, it was the mom speech. It was good.
Hey, I like that. That's your role, Christian. Ha ha. It was kind of funny. I dug it.
Yeah, but
he could have got best girlfriend speech because there's that.
Well, he better not, because Anna Jay would get pissed off at him.
That's what I'm saying. They're Instagram official, ladies and gentlemen. Jungle Boy, she posted something too, I assume, but I saw Jungle Boy posted a video of the two of them doing a big old smooch and booty grab after the show. Yeah, and I was like, good on you, Jungle Boy. Good on you.
Yeah.
Main event Dynamite, and get the girl. I mean,
he's living life.
It's Luke Perry's kid. Of course he's going to get the girl.
All I got to say, though, Jungle Boy, if there's a girl that comes around by the name of Brenda, just get the fuck away from her. All right. Get away. Does that date me?
Yeah, it does. Let's get back on track. Get back on track. Get back on track.
Sorry.
Please, fast.
Okay, So then Mark Sterling is with Jade Cargill. They reveal a new shirt and 10% off. Who cares?
Whatever.
MJF is with Wardlow and Shawn Spears. He runs down Marvez. They talk about Chris Jericho's elbow. He's curious why the fans are so upset with him, why he hit Dean Malenko. They should be thanking him because the old man's got Parkinson's and everything. I'm like,
he gave him an early retirement. Yeah, this is the MJF we want to see. This is the good stuff.
Yes.
You know, he has like the boilerplate promo shit, and you're like, you can be better than that. You know, it's like just go to the jugular every time. Who cares? Do it.
Yeah. So while they're doing that, then here comes Hager and Jericho. They start. They jump on them, and then it goes into Daly's place, into the arena, into the ring. At this point, Pinnacle's starting to take advantage of Jericho and Hager, and then Sammy Guevara's music hits. Sammy Guevara, huge pop. Dude, Sammy is so over, it hurts. Like, he is so over.
Well, we said for a long time, 5-10 years, you know, the foundation of AEW is Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, and MJF, right? Those three are the Rock, Triple H, and Austin of this company, right? And I think Sammy's fast tracking that. I mean, a lot. So
yeah, so's MJF, and honestly, so is Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy,
so,
after especially after tonight, most definitely.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But so then he comes out, he grabs the chair from off the ground, and he just beats the shit out of Shawn Spears' arm. Like, he hit him so hard. I'm like, oh my god. But then he tried to go for MJF. MJF ran like a scolded dog. And he said that, you know, he's better than him and you know it, all that good stuff, the typical stuff.
Right.
Then Miro, after that,
had my
his
God.
little thing. Yeah.
God's favorite champion.
God's favorite champion.
And he called himself
So
the
good. Redeemer
too.
Yeah,
Did you catch that?
Yes, he is on point with his promos.
He's doing this whole like offshoot religion shoot angle, which I love. You're gonna see a Redeemer shirt with Miro's face. It's gonna be yes. This is great.
So he talks about doing the right thing by protecting women, Penelope Ford last week, and he runs down Brian Pillman, a coward, and mentions their match next week. It's just, he gets into the Brian Pillman piece for next week, which he's going to absolutely obliterate him. It's going to be a squash match, even though I do love me some Brian Pillman. It's not going to look pretty. Yep. So, surprisingly good match. I was not expecting this match to be as good as it was, which was the Men of the Year were represented by All Ego Ethan Page with Scorpio Sky versus Bear Bronson with Bear Boulder of Bear Country.
Still hate the masks. Still hate the masks.
I used to like them.
You did.
And then now I hate them.
They're terrible, right? They're just bad.
It's like, I don't get them. I don't, like, paint your face or something.
I know.
Do that. That'd be cool.
Why don't you get like a bear head? I mean, fuck, Sammy used to wear like a panda, thing. Just do that.
Yeah.
Do that. Just get a bear. Or like what? I hate the masks.
Yeah, so one of my favorite parts was Ethan taunting Bear with bear growls in the very beginning. Oh my goodness.
Ethan is so underrated and so fucking good. He really is.
Yeah, so he hit Bronson with a freaking Ego's Edge. That's impressive.
Well, he did a super Kairukin low blow. I don't know if you could call it a low blow because he was on the second rope and he did a low blow to it anyway. And then from there he just straight up grabs this dude's like 270 pounds, right?
He's over 300. No, he's 300.
He's a big guy and picks him up right after that to do an Ego's Edge, and he does it. He does it clean and complete, and I didn't think the physics existed anymore.
It was the thing of beauty. Ethan Page gets the W after hitting the Haryuken uppercut,
high blow,
or what you call the toasty uppercut from Mortal Kombat. Toasty, just hit one of those. So After that, Ethan grabs the mic and says, "He's not stupid. Yes, you are, Chance." Like, it was great playing it. He knows the fact that Darby isn't done with him. Ethan says he's pinning him and blah, blah, blah. Nice little simple thing. And
Right,
he's
they
gonna
keep
be the nail in the coffin.
Well, which is they keep going like yeah, but then he turns it because he then announces that challenges him to a coffin match.
Yes,
on July
Miami,
7th, which is the
July
first
7th.
the first night they're touring.
Yes.
Which that's one of the two shows that they haven't completely sold out yet from the first run of 4. So yeah, maybe now with a coffin match, get those final 1,000
Which
tickets
is
at the door.
surprising. Like, how are they not selling out? Like,
No, 2 of them
if I
did
was
sell
down there-
out. 2 of them sold out.
Yeah.
and the other 2 are close, but it is what it is, But still, coffin match with Darby. I haven't seen a coffin match in a decade at least, if not longer. Yeah, that'd be great.
So after this, our women's champion, Britt Baker, DMD, says she doesn't have time for fun and games like wrestling someone like Vicky Guerrero. She'll make a prescription for Vicky next week. Vicky and Nyla respond in their own promo, hyping that match.
I don't care about that match.
I don't either. I just want more Britt Baker on my TV.
I do
That's all,
too.
'cause I love her.
I like Rebel. I don't mind Nyla either, but I just don't care about this match. I don't want. First of all, you have enough women. Why is Nyla now back? It doesn't make any sense to have Nyla in the feud with Britt Baker, right? You have heel versus heel. You just put the belt on Britt. You're not taking it off her right away. We know that. So this is kind of doesn't feel like it feels like just wasted energy, right? Meanwhile, you've got
I don't think that match is happening. I definitely don't think this match is going to happen. I think something's going to happen, like the big announcement from Andre El Idolo.
And then Thea. Maybe. Well, I mean, we'll see. It will not surprise me in the least. I mean, we have the final dailies placed, and they start touring the next 2 shows. Yeah, big things going on. I'm cool, sure, because this I just could care. It's like whatever.
Yeah. So for Fyter Fest, this match has been officially announced of Nyla Rose versus Britt Baker.
Fyter
know if it's on
Fest
night 1, night
night 2. I think it's the second
Night
week.
2. Okay. Yeah, I did not write down which day. I apologize.
That's
So
okay.
after this, though, we did have a women's match. We had the Bunny with the Blade and Chris Statlander with Orange Cassidy. And can we all just agree that Chris Statlander coming back from her injury has looked absolutely amazing? And
Physically, she looks great. Her wrestling has gotten more clean too. So
wait, that's what I'm saying. Just overall, before she was kind of botchy a little bit, and now it just feels. I mean, obviously there's gonna be botches here and there, but comparatively, she is.
Maybe it's a confidence
she
thing.
Grew
I
5
don't know.
years.
Yeah.
It's
Who knows?
It's like 5 years of ring, and a year away. I don't get it. I mean, I love her. I loved her. I love her shtick. I love her.
I mean, she's not a rookie. She's been on the independent scene for years. For
and she's still hella young.
I think she did 4 or 5 years, and she wrestled pretty much everybody. On the indie circuit. So. I mean, she's not a spring chicken necessarily, but she's not. Don't let me say that she's like some veteran, but yeah, she looks up. She looks probably best wrestling wise that I've seen of her.
Yeah, and I like the green eye thing, like the green makeup.
It does look better.
It
looks better than the kind of the couple dot whatever that she had before.
Yeah, and then she had her hair pulled back. I don't know. I think her look looks better. Her ring ability looks like she looks like she.
I'm still saying Intergalactic by Beastie Boys. Tony Khan, do
100%.
it. Do it.
100%. Intergalactic. But she ends up winning with, she hits the Big Bang Theory. Chris Statlander's your winner. Shocker, I know. After that, Blade and TH2 attack Orange. He gets slugged out by some brass knucks. So that happened. That sucks. But other news, actually, I forgot to note that somebody who just happened to come back just had surgery. I don't know if you saw that. Chuck's partner,
Trent.
Trent. Yeah, Trent had
neck fusion.
surgery.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I mean,
just came back too.
I mean, was it one of those things that this was going to happen either way? I don't know. It's like if it indeed is that, it is terrible luck for him because he literally just got back. So
yeah, I mean,
it went well though. It went well, so that's good.
Yeah, and he's already got mobility. He can move and everything, so he's already good.
Maybe it's different. Well,
he'll be out for a little while with neck fusion, right?
I have no idea. I honestly can't remember anybody getting that. I don't know. I don't know what the timeline is for that, but yeah, that does suck. Because I mean, it really sucks because it doesn't do any good service for them. You know, they're a good tag team to have on the show, but it also doesn't do anything for Chucky T because luckily they had an angle with him being the young boy, the butler, Charles, but.
Yeah, I really think it's gonna end up, if the person is gonna end up hurting the most is gonna be Orange Cassidy.
Because basically that makes Orange Cassidy a tag team wrestler with Chuck.
Yeah, for now, which sucks. Unless they get somebody they add to the pack of friends.
You never know what'll happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
So then QT Marshall talks to Tony Schiavone. I really don't care about that at all.
You can skip over half of these promos, dude. Like literally, like I was
okay.
Like most of these promos, I'm just like, okay, whatever, Yeah.
Brian Pillman says that Miro has a Messiah complex. That's about it. Eddie Kingston with Penta. That was pretty good. He says that the Bucks are happy that they took out Mox ? Even though we all know where Mox is right now.
Right.
Eddie knows that Mox took on the streets. The one thing that the Bucks care about is their egos. He and Penta are going to make them pay on their upcoming match. Pretty decent. It was fun.
It was okay.
All right. So in typical AEW fashion, like what we've come to know and love, they open with a banger and they close with a legit 4.5-star match.
Mm-hmm. They bookend this show for sure. They definitely did.
This match, like we could just spend an hour just talking about this match alone. We're not going to. But it's Jungle Boy with Jurassic Express versus Kenny Omega and Don Callis and the Good Brothers. Well, 13 seconds into the match, Jurassic Express is kicked out.
I know, right?
17 seconds into the match, the Good Brothers and Don Callis are kicked out.
Yeah.
So
Don goes over to commentary.
Don just goes over to commentating. Yeah.
But yeah.
But the crowd was hot when Jungle Boy got the pop of the night, which was very, very shocking because of how loud everybody went for Sammy.
Yeah.
Like I thought, there's no way anybody can top that. And then boom, here's Jungle Boy, and everybody's like exactly what they wanted. It was amazing.
I mean, part of me wanted to say that it's due to the song in part. It might still be a little bit, but I think that he's just over. I think he really is over that much because he's actually wrestled in more matches than anybody in AEW history. Did you know that?
Yes, he's got the highest win-loss count.
So he's the workhorse. Loved it.
People love him. He's the little guy. Like he's little. He's not the big giant or anything like that. He does flippy spinny shit, which you and I love.
I love that.
He's smart and he's got a good look. Like
he's every man boy next door. Sure.
If he adds 20 pounds of muscle over the next like 3 or 4 years, and he's gonna be legit. Like
yeah.
Yeah, and he's not saying he's small right now. I mean, he is small, but you know what I'm saying.
He needs a little muscle on him. He needs a little bulk. Just needs a little bulk. A little bit.
So this match had everything. Just back, forth, back,
so
forth,
good.
back, forth, back,
so
forth,
good.
back, forth. It unfortunately does end with a V-trigger to the back, a Tiger Driver 98, and a one-winged Angel 1-2-3 winner, and still world champion Kenny Omega. But it was amazing. One of the biggest things that did come out of this match, though, was the Good Brothers were trying to come out and interfere again, even though they got kicked out. The Jurassic Express with Frankie Kazarian, the elite sniper, I think is what they call
it. Elite Hunter.
Elite Hunter comes out.
Yeah.
So definitely building on that piece right there with him. So
Now, you
really,
did have the
great.
Bucks come out though, and they did fuck with it a little bit too. But
Yes,
I mean,
so
that's expected. That is Kenny's shtick, and everyone that bitches about that's his character. He's not gonna win clean.
Yeah, he's super heel.
Why? Why would he?
Super heel part of a faction. Everybody knows they never win clean.
I mean,
Like,
Adam
ever.
Cole, 75% of his title defenses under Undisputed Era, he did not win clean. You know, every once in a while when he had to, he did. That's kind of Kenny Omega, same thing. You know,
Yeah,
he's
Triple H DX, Triple H Evolution, Triple H Corporate, like all the different variations of Triple H never would win clean.
Yeah.
NWO, like
no NWO match ever ended clean.
ever. Like that's heel 101.
Yeah, so
like legit. So if you're one of those people who bitches about, it's like you don't know wrestling,
right?
Bro, watch some 90s wrestling.
And when Kenny becomes face again, he'll win everything clean like he did before. It's whatever.
Yeah. So right after the match, this is to your point. Kenny wants to hit JB Jungle Boy in the face with the belt. Out comes Christian Cage to chase him off. It's like, Jesus, here we go. And I'm like, I don't want this, and no one wants this. No one wants Christian Cage in this. But then, luckily, the Hardy
saved.
family office comes out, and then they fight Christian. Then. Christian hits a couple lariats, and then Hardy hits him and all that good stuff. And then Cage goes for the kill switch, but then the Bucks super kick him, and the bad guys stand tall at the end of the show.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
That's what we want. We want to see that. That has history behind it. That's about equal footing, Cage and Hardy. That's what we want. So I'm happy with that.
It was good. So that was a great ending for for Saturday Night Dynamite. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday we are back to normal. We get freaking normal Dynamite. Oh, cannot wait.
One more in Daly's Place, and as much as it's been a blessing to have Daly's Place, and they're able to do the shows. Doing with just the extras, before, and there's some eventually small. I am ready to see them somewhere else. Let's be honest. It's
me too.
A lot.
Sick of the place.
Yeah, it's like wrestling in a singular location. It can get old over time. It definitely does, especially when all your stuff's there. Like in NXT days, like pre-COVID NXT days, they're at Full Sail. They're at Full Sail, but then they had Takeover. They'd go to some place, and you don't get any palate cleansers, just the same thing. So I think that I'm just ready for them to kind of. I want to see some differentness, not just with them, with everybody. So
yeah.
Now, what's interesting is this is what I want to get to. This is what I want to talk about for just a hot second, because after they went off the air, and it's on Twitter, you can go look it up. It's on any of the dirt sheets as well. It's there. It's recorded. Eddie Kingston came out, and there was Jungle Boy, there was Christian Cage, and whoever else, faces, and then Jungle and Penta was out there. And he came out, and he started to do this promo, and he started shooting on WWE hard-ish. I don't want to say like hard shooting on WWE, but definitely shooting on them. You're not going to find this on the other channel. You're not going to find my boy Jungle Boy. You won't see that. You won't see that match on the other channel. That's why we love this place. It was meant to be like a promo. It's about, we love the fans. You're important. This is why, this and that. It turned into... It was kind of twisted a little bit, because I watched it a few times, and I didn't think it was like he was a hard shoot, He's just being honest. It's like, you're not going to see this on that. This is what we do here, and we appreciate you guys because you want to see this, and we love you, And he started off a little hot, and Christian was kind of like, hey, because Christian's very much, that he doesn't want to burn bridges. Like him and Hardy and a few of the other ones, that.
Yeah, they always have the open door.
They didn't get fired. They left on their own accord. They can, they have a good relationship with Vince. So, whatever. And they're like, don't burn that bridge, bro. One of those type of things. But I didn't think it was that bad. But it was an interesting, because there was a chain of events that happened on this past week. And it's weird because it coincided with something I know you want to bring up here in a moment. Because there was that. And then do you remember after Blood and Guts, there was, I don't want to call it beef, but there was a little bit of like some mockery stuff with the finale there when he went through there with some people from WWE, Shotzi Blackheart specifically. You remember what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
She tweeted a falling into a bed gif and all this stuff, and so Jericho had an interview, and this was a lot more shooty, I felt, than anything else. So I have it pulled up here. I just want to talk about it real fast because it's interesting. So I know I have it here. I did open that, didn't I?
Well, I hope you did, because that would be great radio.
No. We're just gonna pause and do dead air, and I'm just gonna ramble for a minute because I definitely don't have it open, and I should have. I know that I did open it, but it's definitely not open on my computer, and now I'm struggling to find it. So, all right, I'm gonna summarize. Whatever. I'm not gonna get specific.
Yeah,
not gonna get there 100%. So basically, he said he didn't think it'd be wise that that he was kind of talking about because he more than anybody gets asked about the differences between the companies because he's talked very candidly about his relationship with Vince to the point where it's not nearly as bad people would think the amount of crap he talks, but he said that he's not wise for some of these these chicks from WWE to be shooting on us, especially because in 6 months they're probably going to be coming to our door asking for a job, which that's a good dig.
He's not wrong. Though.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, Shotzi's supposedly one of the ones who is like doing dark matches on for Raw as a tryout, basically to Vince McMahon sort of thing. So, yeah, I read that today. So it kind of like, and then of course that opened up. Both of these things opened up. The internet started going off about this, right? And here's my summation, okay? I don't know why there's like heat coming from within AEW to WWE. They don't need to do that. They're going a different direction. They're going in a positive trajectory and reap the benefits because it seems like now you have a WWE with Nick Khan up in charge there, who is fine not playing the petty games that Vince played for years by stockpiling. I mean, thanks to him, let's be honest, thanks to him, you have a wealth of people you can go out and get now. So if you want to get, so in a way, you got a second show coming, Rampage, which I'm sorry, if AEW doesn't do their first main event on Rampage, where it's Adam Hangman Page versus Ethan Page versus Brian Cage versus Christian Cage in a steel cage with Diamond Dallas Page and Page as a special enforcer, refereed by special guest Nick Gage.
Oh my God! Yeah,
that was a tweet. I can't remember. That's one of our followers tweeted that out. It was fan-fucking-tastic. Sorry, but no, I'm just saying. I was like, I don't think I get the point. We bitch about WWE a lot. We do. Okay. We also don't watch their programming anymore, other than NXT because we like NXT. We don't really watch their programming besides that, and that's the way that we vote. We're like, yeah, I don't really into you. I'm gonna be out. I just don't. I think I don't really get it. It's like. Yeah, that's an easy target almost, to make fun of WWE and how much they suck and how much they've fallen. You know what I mean? Because they have. We all know it. And I think for the wrestling fans to be like that, that's one thing. But it's like to hear AEW, they keep poking that bear. And I'm like, I don't think you need to poke that bear. You won the Wednesday Night War, basically.
Yeah.
You go in your own direction. Why? It's not going to amount to shit. So why even bother? It seems like just a waste of air to me. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. Am I crazy here that we just need to be civil and be like, you know what? Hey, let's just fucking enjoy wrestling. Whatever you like it. Move on. I don't know. It coincided with something though. That's why I wanted to bring that up because I know you wanted to talk about another anniversary this past weekend.
Yeah, you know me, like this day in wrestling, I always like having those. Like we had the 7-star
3 shows
match.
in a row, yes.
We've done the Austin 316. Well, this time
and the Great Woo Off.
Yeah, the Great Woo Off. Well, this was a decade ago. I cannot believe it's already been 10 years ago that I like him. You don't. It's fine. Is very mixed bag of how people feel about him on the internets. But it is the 10-year anniversary of CM Punk's Pipe Bomb promo.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I watched it again today. Just because
I watched it yesterday because it was we recorded this on Monday and Sunday was the 10-year anniversary. So I watched it Sunday night. Yeah. I mean, it's the first time really that a wrestler broke the fourth wall as hard as he did.
Yeah, he didn't care, and I think we, as wrestling fans, at that point we needed it because John Cena. Hustle, loyalty, respect was just dominating the airwaves. And it was just so terrible. And he's just finally like, I'm fed up. It's kind of like when Nirvana hit. Like, not everybody likes Nirvana now. But in the moment, you're like, yeah, dude, yeah. Like, and then it gets overplayed. Then you're just like, okay, well, I'm personally more of an Alice in Chains fan. But it's one of those things, like, if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't have ushered in a new era,
Beatles, same thing. A lot of people are like, Beatles terrible. I'm like, you don't have to like the Beatles, but
I respect what they did.
Yeah, without the Beatles, we wouldn't have half the music we have today, and you cannot debate me on that. Anybody out there on the internet, because that's a factual statement. You don't have to like that band. You know this. Yeah, you don't like them, and that's fine.
I personally do not like the Beatles,
but
I respect what they did
are
for
responsible
what they did in music.
Yeah, exactly.
So much. CM Punk did the same thing. So it got my mind spinning again. Typical me. It's a great promo. And we talked about a promo last week too. So it's like, man, what are some of the greatest promos of all time? So I'm going to ask you, sir, what you think is the greatest promo of all time.
Let's see. Greatest promo of all time. This is tough because this is another impossible game, I swear. We just play the impossible game every freaking week. Okay, there's no right answer to this for one. So I'm just going to say what my personal favorite promo of all time is. And that is, you know who it's going to come from. And there's many choices of which one it could be. But it is the one that involves bright lights, big cities, Nature Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was 87?
NWA.
His old NWA is in build for a pay-per-view, and oh my God, it's not as long as the original Style and Profiling, Hard Time Keeping These Gators Down one, but to me it felt like it was a much more authentic, and it's like one of the. I mean, I used to watch. Where I was in Central Illinois, we would have like a little NWA kind of like a power hour thing like that, because when you're growing up in the 80s and 90s, they had cartoons on Saturdays, right? We didn't have Netflix, kids. We had to actually like block time in our week to watch cartoons. You had to you had the 7 o'clock hour, the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then you got to like around noonish, you had like Saved by the Bell and like the young adult stuff. And then early afternoon, you had mixed programming. And that's where it was. It was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturdays, before, basketball games or, whatever, college football start. You had like this little time there where they had NWA Power Hour sort of thing, like a Mid-South type of deal, whatever it was. We got it in Central Illinois when I was there. That's where I first saw Ric Flair. And that's where I became a fan of WCW because of this, because I saw Ric Flair. I saw, the Four Horsemen, J.J. Dillon, Dusty Rhodes, the whole 9 yards. But I saw that promo, and it was just like that I was just old enough to like really start, and I'm just like, that guy is cool. And then I remember going back and watching it later on when he was doing his run in, WWE, when he first got there, because I was like, I remember him. I saw him, and so I was going back, and they've shown, and to this day, I'll watch that just occasionally because it's by far my favorite promo. So it's the bright lights, big cities, Nature Boy. That's my favorite promo.
That's a good one. That's a great one.
It's a really good one. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, there's so many good ones. Like, the pipe bomb is one of my personal favorites. I don't know if it's my all-time favorite. Like, same thing with 1,004 holds. That whole promo was great.
That was freaking hilarious.
It's still one of my favorite ones. Honestly, Jericho's, when he got announced, like when he officially came into WWF back then,
right?
that was great. The whole banter between him and The Rock right then and there. Like, those two just going at it. That was arguably one of the best promos ever. Like, so many damn good promos. The barbershop when Shawn Michaels
turned on. Yep, I was gonna say that shook me, and I wasn't even like a rocker fan, but I never seen a turn like that. Right, that didn't exist in the '80s. They didn't do it that violent. That's when, and I was like, it's like wow.
Yeah. So I think for me, and this is gonna sound weird, but my all-time like most memorable was Shane McMahon showing up on Monday Nitro.
Oh, the week after when he bought Nitro WCW.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That is probably the most memorable because it's like what just happened. But I would have to say the greatest, like the all-time greatest, was Rock, This Is Your Life.
Yeah, I love some Mick Foley. You have to.
It was so good.
It was a comedy because there's really three types of promos. There is like straight wrestling guy promo. Emotional, I'm gonna beat your ass. Wrestling guy promo. There is the character personified promo, which is what mine was, and there's comedy promos, which are great. And my God, Rock, This Is Your Life. As a piece of art, it really is.
You can't really beat that.
It's so good.
So that brings us to the final thing. We talked about the contest to win tickets for Journey Pro.
Right.
So I think it's time we tell them what the contest is, don't you?
It is. But we do want to hear about you guys here. So we're gonna do the contest, and it's like. Yeah, but don't feel free to give us a tweet, give us a comment, let us know what your favorite promos are as well too.
Absolutely.
And I didn't even include Son of a Plumber.
Oh, Son of a Plumber's absolutely amazing.
Hard times. We're doing hard times now. Hard times like bring tears to your eyes.
The Hulk Hogan NWO promo right afterwards. We're the New World Order, brother.
Oh, that was great. Macho Man turning on Hulk for one is great, but also Macho Man getting a redemption from Miss Elizabeth is one of the moments as a child that just like right into all the feels,
all the feels.
Okay, so let us know what you guys think about that. So Jamie, go. We're contest time. So, reminder: 2 tickets to July 30th return event for Journey Pro Wrestling here in Kansas City. Blip Coffee Roasters over in the West Bottoms. 2 tickets paid for already. We got you. We'll get you the first round. Come hang out with Jamie, myself, young boy, a bunch of sweaty men inside of a coffee shop. That was an undersell. Okay.
A bit of undersell.
Yeah, 2 tickets are on the line. Jamie, tell them how we're going to do this.
It's easy, actually. We're going to make this as easy as Sunday morning, okay?
Easy peasy.
Simple. Like this episode, subscribe to it, subscribe to us on YouTube, and then in the comments, just write down what your favorite promo is. That's it. And you are instantly qualified. So we'll have a number generator. We'll pick one of you at random. We're going to assign everybody numbers, and then we will message the winner, and we'll also announce it on our Twitter, and we'll announce it on our July 13th episode of Total Spotfest. So we'll announce it then as well. So you have up until the 2 weeks
from today. You have to be done by till what now?
I'd say July 10th.
I was going to give him the 11th. Okay.
Okay, let's give him the 11th.
All right. So, yeah.
JJ's giving.
I'm giving you a day before. So basically gives a day to do it all. Monday we'll do it, because we do this on Tuesday is when we release them. So you have just under 2 weeks. So and we could check too. So you do have to have all three. You have to like this video. You have to subscribe to our channel, and then just leave us that comment down below with your favorite promo. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, any comment will do. But yeah, just leave us the comment down below with your favorite promo. And you will have 2 tickets to Journey Pro. Very simple. All you have to do, like this video, comment on this video. I just want to make that perfectly clear.
Yep. Like and comment this video right here.
This video. And for those of you listening to us not on YouTube, you can go to our Twitter. Jamie will be tweeting this out later today here if he hasn't already, but he'll have all the instructions with a link to the video in it, so it's easy peasy. If you listen to us on Spotify or Apple or wherever else, Amazon, Deezer, you can definitely just go to our Twitter. You'll be able to go through it. So we will make sure it's up there. You got 2 weeks. Tell your friends. Anybody didn't missed out on getting Journey Pro tickets, hey, easy way to get to. You just gotta click a couple of buttons and leave a comment. Boom.
Boom. Easy peasy.
Bob's your uncle. That's what we got. So I hope to see all of you soon at Journey Pro. For those of you who are going, give us a shout too. Let us know. Like, anybody else have tickets? Excited to go? What match are you most excited for? Let us know. You hit us at Total Spotfest. As always, I am at JMoney1536. Jamie is at JFaulkner56. And we will be back on Thursday with our regularly scheduled AEW podcast. So we're back in the regular rhythm of things here. I feel so out of whack doing AEW on Tuesdays, and so we're going to get back this week here. We'll probably talk about NXT a little bit when we do our AEW one, just because of timing. So, but we'll be back on Thursday, and then next week back to regular scheduled program. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And that's all I got. Jamie, why don't you take us home?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pretty simple. If you're not down with TSL, I got 3 words for you. Journey Pro lives.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.